We the infamous, you heard of us. Official Queensbridge murderers. The mark comes equipped for warfare. Beware of my crime family who got enough shots to share for all those who wanna profile and pose. Rock you in your face, stab your brain with your nose bone.
What is up, everybody? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. This is another video with me, Danny, for the Sneaker Circle. Of course, another video means another shoe. So what I have for you today in this white coked out hologrammy ass box, the triple black VaporMaxes that released today. When this video goes up, that's when they released. If you didn't know, you didn't know. You're probably caught up on the Supreme mini bike hype, Zebra Restock hype. Just know I'm gonna have another video out by the weekend just to talk a little bit about like what's going on. Now, at first, this isn't a model I truly liked, but after some exposure and after seeing him in person, I really ended up really liking it. At least this colorway so far. This colorway has won me over. This isn't my pair. I bought these for a friend. I did him a favor and I went to go pick them up. I was like first to show up, and it was so lame. I could have gone so much later, but I didn't. Oh well, you know what happened? What happened? I bought the shoes. Whatever. This shoe is, of course, I'm gonna zoom in right here, the triple black VaporMax Flyknit pair purchased from Foot Locker itself. If you want to know what the tag looks like, there you go. Let me zoom out a little bit. Alright. Box detailing is not pretty nice. Has that like, it has like a textured feel right here. Has VaporMax everywhere, right there on the sides, and that hologram check, whatever. There's VaporMax on the actual paper. I don't know if you can see that. And then you have these super black ass shoes, which is exactly what I like. I'm gonna be upfront with it. I really like how dark these shoes are. Cause like, to beat, I feel like these shoes would be ideal. If you just want to go around and beat a pair of shoes, this could be your shoe, man. You have this really nice, like at first the bubble got me, man. The bubble was like, yo, what is that? Why would you even want that? Like blah blah blah. That was me. I'm not gonna front, that was me. But now having him in hand and seeing him in person, and I got to see him on foot. Like I got to see my friend wear his pair at the store. Carl the cook, of course. I got to see him and they just looked so nice. Like, I don't know. I asked him about the specifics on how they fit, how they wear, how they everything. So I'm gonna go into a little bit about that. And overall in the shoe, like it's really nice. Now this isn't the first time an all black colorway releases for the Flyknit. Considering it was released in, well, the model was released in March. You had a triple black colorway that released then. And then you had another collaboration that released a laceless pair, the Comme des Garçons. You know, you got the platinum pair and then you got the all black pair. Those, if you haven't seen them, I'll put a picture. Like, let's move this right here. So the pair that released in March, I'll have an image right here where my hand is. Nothing too much, nothing too different. They do say, and I kind of do see what they mean in the pictures, that the black upper on the pair released in March is a little less lighter. And this bubble right here, it wasn't as clear. Let me see. Let me get them specific close-ups. John's. Like, it's a blacked out bubble, that's for sure. This is truly triple black. Except on the first release pair, this was a little cloudier. You wouldn't be able to see through it. It had more of a matted feel to it. And then you had a lighter touch to the uppers, which isn't a bad thing. But then the Comme des Garçons, the slip-ons, the laceless pair, they're supposed to be really similar to this one. So a darker upper, clear through bubble. If those little specifications are what gets you and what like turns you on to the shoe, then by all means go for it. But if you had a choice in between all three, the only difference between the Comme des Garçons is of course lace and no lace, and a collab. If you're like a collab junkie, I'm a collab junkie. I love collabs. I love them. I usually buy shoes that are nothing but like collaborations between store and store. You know, it's like my crack. Now the bubble on these, it's not too. It feels weird. It feels like a bubble. If you've ever had a pair of Air Maxes, if you've ever had a pair of Air Jordan 3s, 4s, and you know what this bubble is, just imagine that just decked out everywhere. And it's not like you're on bubble. You do have these like rubber hints right here where you would normally put the pressure of your foot. right here, I'm now noticing, I don't know if I'm going to be able to catch it up on camera, you have this, like, distinct little check mark. You see it? Oh, yeah, I think I can get it. See that little check mark? And I guess for these, I know for a fact, it actually says VaporMax. So the right shoe has VaporMax, the left shoe has a check mark. The Flyknit on these is really nice, by the way, but if you go sockless, you will see some toes through here. Like, let me see if I can show you. Like, I don't know, can you see? Can you see my fingers? Yeah, you can. I would wear these for you and tell you guys exactly, like, my opinion and my personal preference with them, but since they're not for me, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to my boy, you know? Honestly, I would say give these shoes a shot. Don't just, like, I know you see a lot of people right now, especially saying, like, yo, I want to be different, I'm gonna be wearing this, I'm gonna be wearing that. Don't fall into that. If you're into comfort, and if you're into shoes, and if you had a real good preference towards the Nike Flyknit line, definitely look into these. Just give them a chance. They might surprise. They surprised me. I'm not gonna front. They did surprise me. Now, fit-wise, I managed to get this for you guys. Carl told me you should definitely size up on these. He's an 8 in almost everything, but he has to go 8.5 in Flyknit. They run a little bit narrow on the toe. And my personal experience with things that are Flyknit is if you have a wider foot, definitely size up, because you wouldn't want your foot pressing against this too much. You wouldn't want to be stretching out the Flyknit. You want a nice, like, maybe not too snug feel. You want like a looser feel when it comes to these. If you're actually doing exercise in them, I would advise, I don't know. I just don't see people really running in these, honestly. My biggest fear was this bubble would crack. If you get an Air Max, if you get any of the Air Max lines, if you get any of the Air Jordan lines, and that bubble cracks on you, yo, that shoe is done. It is done. No redemption unless you swapping the hell out of it. I guess another thing I forgot to mention, probably gonna cut the video like soon. Another thing I forgot to mention is in the original released pair, this check used to be 3M. So the first triple blacks that released, it was 3M. I don't think it is on the Comme des Garçons. But on this pair back here, the VaporMax, it is actually 3M. So you do at least get that. If you're running away from one, you can flash them a little. It's really dope. I'm not a fan of the gradient, honestly, but on any shoe. I'm not a fan of that taped feel, but I do get like wide stare. At least you have most of it here supporting your heel, instead of like wrapped around your toe like you would see in those older, what's it called? Like those Air Max ones, those Hyperfuses, I think they were called. I hated that line, man. I hated it. I wore those and they're the most uncomfortable things in the world. I'm gonna stop ranting. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. If you have any other questions about these or like where to buy them, just let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys. I'm out.
These streets that we done took. You walking with your head down, scared to look. You shook, cause ain't no such things as halfway crooks. They never around when the beef cooks in my part.